The presenting sponsor of Upmarket is Aereo, the best place to grow and manage your real estate media business online at aereo.com. That's ARYEO.com. Coming to you from the Upmarket studio at Gasworks in beautiful San Buenaventura, California. This is Upmarket, a podcast about the business of real estate photography and media. My name is Reed Fish. I'm the CEO and a co-founder of Upmarket Media. And I'm looking over here. I don't see Mark Corcoran. That guy, you know what he's doing? He's getting ready to go to Costa Rica. And when this podcast comes out, he's going to be in Costa Rica. Lucky guy. I'm so glad he's able to do that. I want to kill him because Chelsea's going to Italy also during that time, and I'm gonna die because I have to do admin. And anyway, let's not talk about depressing things. So Chelsea is not here either. She's getting ready to go to Italy. So it's just a little read, but you know what? We got amazing guests today, and we are doing another Road to PMRE episode because guess what? PMRE 2025 is coming up November 18th through 20th. Presented by Auto HDR at the Palms Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Go to PMREconference.com to get there, get all the information on getting registered, getting all the workshops that you can take. There's so much great information. We are obviously going to have one of the speakers on here today. So we're going to get you hyped, get you excited to see you in Las Vegas in November. And in order for us to get there and for us to do this, there's also something called the Tour to PMRE, which is these episodes that we're doing are presented by iGUIDE in special partnerships. So thank you, iGUIDE. They're also running, of course, a drawing to give back to the Upmarket listeners. So we got two drawings. We have an early bird drawing, and the date for that drawing is
July 8th.
That early bird drawing is for a $500 Amazon gift card. So you can get in there, win $500. And then they have the grand prize drawing, which is coming up later in the summer. It is an all expenses paid trip for you to come to PMRE. It's going to cover your airfare, your ticket, your hotel, your transfers. I think some little pocket money. I don't think they're advocating gambling money, but maybe some food money. But man, you're going to want to get in on that. So how you do that? Look, you're going to go to goiguide.com/PMRE, and then you are going to put in your email address there, and then you're going to go to Instagram. You are going to follow go_iGuide, and you are going to follow Upmarket Pod. You do you do all three of those things. You're going to be entered into this drawing. Thank you so much, iGUIDE. And man, what an exciting day for me. And this is so great because our guest today is an absolute, I've heard from more people about this guest than anyone else. It is an absolute fan favorite. And Alex Coombs from Northern Spruce Media is here again today. Last time, Alex, we did it live at PMRE in the Upmarket suite. Today, we're doing it remote, unfortunately. But you know what? We're still toasting. You got
yes.
you got your beer. All right. Oh,
yeah.
you got your koozie.
Mm-hmm. I would never throw this away.
Okay, good. Yeah, I got the Upmarket koozie. If you are just listening, not watching on YouTube. So Alex, I want to say you have had such a big impact on our company. After meeting you last fall. And so if you haven't listened to that episode, go back, listen to that episode that Alex was on. It's so informative, so inspiring. And the thing that I loved most about what Alex was doing with her business is like you're getting on camera with your realtors for some of these videos. And so I think so many people got inspired by that at PMRE. We came and we put it to use almost immediately, where Nikki is kind of taking the reins. And Nikki, who, listen to this pod, know Nikki, she has been killing it. And she has been doing these videos for realtors, getting on camera with the realtors. They're so funny, so fun, so vibrant. Everyone is loving them. We've been getting so much notice on social media. And that is all thanks to you, Alex.
Oh my God. I cannot. This is so nice. No, I did so much for you, but honestly, even being on your podcast changed my life this year for sure. The amount of people that I have been in touch with is all because of the podcast. Honestly, it's been so awesome.
Oh,
yeah. No,
don't make me
you're
emotional.
I can't. Don't. We can't. I've cried so much this week. I'm just an emotional little bean today.
No, and I think it will, but I'm so happy to hear that. And it's because you're so inspiring. So what have you been hearing from people? Like what are people interested in about what kind of you were talking about on our pod?
Honestly, getting involved with the videos was a huge thing. I put it out there for people to reach out to me and be like, hey, if you want advice, anything, like I'm here, just email me and we'll book a meeting. And I booked so many meetings with people all over the US.
Oh, wow.
And in Canada. Yeah. And I was just giving them one-on-one business advice of like what I do. And like, I would ask them questions about theirs and like try and implement some change for them. But no, it's been so good. A lot of people started doing the Friday feature and then tagging me in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is awesome.
How much you charge? So how much you charging all these people for your time? So look at you, God, look at you.
None.
No, I think that's, and I think that's like one of the most, it's the most rewarding thing about doing this podcast. And then obviously being in the position you are is when people come to you and say, hey, look, this like inspired me, or this like, oh, that was an idea I hadn't thought about and I implemented it and it really made a big difference in my stuff. But what I love about what you're doing and what I've seen in the people who are doing those kind of things is, and I'm sorry, this maybe feels really cheesy, but, I think what you're doing is bringing joy to a lot of people. And I think what it is doing, it is inspiring people to come at their videos and their work with a little bit more joy and fun, because inherently what you're doing is so fun. And then I've noticed that like when we are posting one of these videos that Nikki's doing, we're all excited. Whereas if we're just posting a property video, who cares? Kill me now. Like I would rather stab my eyeball out than watch it. And so like you're doing these and then like you're proud and then the realtors love it. I mean, then it actually feels like, oh man, I'm doing something that is putting something that's good into the world. And actually, I mean, look, we're not, curing cancer, but at least we're making someone feel good and then making their audience like enjoy this content.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, at the end of the day, it's people would be like, you should start charging for this. And I'm like, but it brings me joy. Like I love giving and like doing things for people. And if I could do something that, spices up my life, but also spices up theirs and like, it's fun, like, why not? Because you're totally right. The real estate videos, everybody does the same stuff. Everybody copies each other, but it's like, you can't copy me. You can't copy the realtor. It's like, we are our authentic selves and like, let's put that out there.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's also a pushback against what I think so much is anxiety in our industry about is the AI and like, how is AI going to affect video? How is AI going to affect, anything? But we can't AI Alex. Or I'm sure that we could make an AI Alex, but then it's just soulless. I mean, if you've seen all this AI stuff, it's just like, it looks really real, but it lacks a soul.
It does. And we were talking, on Instagram, I have like real estate inspo group with my team. And they were just talking about like all this AI realtor stuff where it's just like, it's so fake. And the one word one of my videographers said was like, it's lacking authenticity.
Yeah.
There's nothing authentic about this. Like, it's not real because it's not authentic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, totally. Well, but I think these kind of videos, and so I really want people to get inspired to do them themselves. I think they're AI proof. So far. Yeah. So far. I mean, who knows what's coming, but they seem to be AI proof where, the videos, just like the standard drone and all that, kind of video, I don't think is AI proof.
No, not at all. And like some of the things I'm actually seeing that's being implemented in videos, like full AI renovations where it's insane. I'm just like, holy crap, like what's next? Like really, first it was a house dropping from the sky and being built. I'm like, okay, cool, that's over and done with. Now it's like, let's build a house from scratch, roll out a lawn, implement a pool, turn on the lights, make it turn from day to night, all AI. And I'm like, well, but everyone should be worried.
Yeah, but it's fake, but it's fake. So exactly. I don't know. Yeah. And I don't want to have a big debate about AI, but are you still like, how has your business changed in the last 6 months? I mean, are you still doing the Feature Friday? Are you still like, are you leaning into that more? Or I also know you've been focused on some other stuff via your Instagram. So
Yeah, so we are doing Friday features, but instead of doing it for realtors right now, we're doing it for small businesses. We're kind of looking at either boutique hotels or really nice, like things that just opened up to give awareness. If you see a business that's might be struggling a little bit, we'll do a Friday feature and then get more eyes on them.
Right.
And once again, it's totally free. Like we're doing this for free. The thing for me is I want to get them as a client. With the realtor stuff, they're already my client.
You're such a giver, Alex, but I think deep down you're an entrepreneur.
For sure. Oh my God. Absolutely. Yeah. Someone told me yesterday, they're like, you're just a natural entrepreneur. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like I've been doing weird stuff like this for years.
Yeah. So your business is looking to have non-realtor clients. Cause I know a lot of our businesses, we really, and I know at Upmarket, we've really tried hard to not have any non-realtors as clients, because as big a pain in the ass as realtors are, I mean, then everything else is too, like, we have a system for the real estate stuff. Anything else like that's outside of that, then we have to figure it out. And I'm like, I don't like figuring out things.
Yeah. So the real estate stuff, once again, just like you, fully systematic. Like everything is systemized. We have the photo editing, the video editing, the shooters. That's all good and golden. Like no complaints. But what I wanted to do was create more verticals in more of a creative way. So I hired a digital marketer. So now we're doing like SEO, PPC, meta ads, and all that kind of stuff for realtors and for like small businesses or even large businesses. Doing graphic design, the social media management we've always done, but now we're just like really pushing for it. And then content creation. Yeah. So we're just like pushing all these like other verticals. And what I want to do by the end of this year is put a like cake slice, like cut and do 2 different companies. So there's going to be Northern Spruce Media, which is all real estate, and then this creative side.
And wait, and I remember at PMRE, you were just launching the creative side. And so now after only 1 year of it, you want it to be a wholly separate company.
Yeah. So basically it's ready. What I did was I called it Northern Spruce Creative. But people were getting confused by that and asking so many questions, being like, what's the difference? And I'm like, dang. So that's a fuck up.
Yeah.
So now we're rebranding it.
I knew that at the time. I don't remember if I said that to you, but yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I should have listened if you did. But so we're rebranding it. We're getting our website all redone. We still have all the clients that we have. And it's honestly like, it's so good. And it excites me because it's something different. And like, I don't have to shoot houses anymore. I just like oversee it. And if something's on fire, that's when they come to me. I'm sure it's the same for you.
Yeah,
but,
of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everyone knows I don't shoot houses. So yeah. And when the fire comes, I ask Mark to put it out. So, I mean, that's my role as CEO. Hey, Mark, can you do that? Okay, great. Thanks. All right. Way to go. So then how much day to day are you in the real estate business then? Are you really just focusing on the Northern Spruce Creative? Because you're not telling us the new name. So I noticed.
So basically I would say I'm about 80% on the creative side, 20% on the real estate side. And I'm only putting out fires. I'm only like doing random quality control checks or, just meeting with the team and asking them what like needs to be improved and making sure everything is still flowing well. But for the most part, I almost know nothing.
Oh,
it's wild. I can't believe I'm there. Like where I'm at the point where it's like everybody has everything under control unless there's a fire. Right. Then that's when I get brought on. But for the most part.
Well, so then what's the hierarchy of that side of the business then? So I assume you're the owner / CEO or whatever. Yeah. So, and you don't have a business partner. You're just your own thing. So with Mark and I, it's like I'm CEO and he's COO. And I think my goal is by the end of the year to know what both of those things mean.
I know, right?
And I and it's fairly like, and Mark is just much more hands-on. He on the kind of operations and all that stuff, and that's more his milieu. And I don't know, I'd make jokes on a podcast. So those are kind of our roles. But then, like who do you have like an operations manager? Or like you must have someone who's really good at managing that whole side of the business.
Yeah. So a really amazing thing that I did was we have a general manager who is the absolute best. And then I have a lead in the video department, and then I have a lead in the photo department.
Okay.
So with all those leads, everything just flows. It flows.
Right.
Eventually, what I want to do, and I keep saying it out loud so people are aware, is I'm going to back out probably 100%, and I'm going to have someone be me. And I'm just like literally just a ghost.
Wow.
Still here, but I'm a ghost. Yeah.
Wow. When's that? When's that going to be?
I don't know. I definitely, here's the thing. I made my face the company.
Yeah.
So people know
exactly.
my face.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, I need to make a decision, like if I still want it to be my face or if I want to like pull out and make it somebody else's face. Someone that like, you know, whether it's my lead photo or lead video, someone who has a great personality like me that literally loves equally as much as me, be the face. Or if I'm still just going to be the face and, you know, just not be the face of the creative side.
Right.
Yeah.
So you feel like you can't be the face of both? Like it?
No, I feel like I can't, because then that's where the confusion is going to be pulled in again, I think.
Yeah. Do you feel like, though, it needs a face?
Northern Spruce Media?
Yeah. Because, you know, and this is like a very earnest question, actually, because like I think Mark and I have actually tried to at Upmarket, we've tried to take our faces out of it. And that's why, and we always counsel people like, don't call your company Reed Fish Photography, call it whatever, anything else, right? Like, because you want to make sure that is not identified with you. And
correct.
And when we merged our businesses, even though neither of us had our name in our businesses, although wait, mine was Two Fish Digital, which Fish, you know, has the last name, but we've really tried to be in the recesses so that we are less and less identified with the company. So that way, when other shooters come out and, you know, people don't freak out. And then it also gives us more of an exit strategy and to retain value in the company. Because if it's just, oh, well, you know, Mark is the one who keeps everything going and he's leaving. It's like, oh, well, then what do you, how do you keep going after that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I need to be the face anymore, but people are just so used to like, if there is something very important or whatever. So like if we're opening up another location, I'm the first person that people want to talk to because I'm the one that created this vision from scratch.
Right. Of course.
So I do feel like I need to be the face for a certain amount of time, but I mean, I probably will pull out. But I also just want my team to also feel like they're the face of the company too. Like I want everyone to represent Northern Spruce Media. And like you said, I was totally against being like Alex Coombs Media or Coombs Real Estate or whatever it could be. I wanted to be so like cut, dry, authentic that it's like, it could be anybody. So if I did want to sell it, like if you sold Upmarket, it's totally cool. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I'd never sell Upmarket. I mean, make me an offer, but no. You want to live in California?
Oh my God, I wanted to be here so like I was like, maybe I should just fly out and just like do this in person. I was so close.
I wish you would have. I mean, you were teasing me that you were going to come out this spring, summer, but it hasn't happened. But you know, we'll see.
I want to so bad. Like I miss California so much. When I just came down by myself and brought my skateboard and just like whipped around, I had the best time ever.
Well, there you go. California lifestyle, man. Come on.
It's so nice.
We have the bad thing. We have some bad things too, but no, I mean, there's a reason so many people live here. You know.
Yes.
So how has business been on the real estate side this year? Because you may have noticed there's been a little bit of tumult in the world over the last few months, and especially you're right on the border, basically, right, with Canada and the United States. There's been a little tension there, and is that affecting? I feel like we saw it when the tariffs and stuff were first announced, and it was like a really like just all of a sudden no phone calls for like a week, and then it's picked back up. We've had we've been having a decent year, but how have things been there with I think there's just anxiety all over the world about just not knowing economically what's going to happen, or how trade is going to be between our two countries and all that.
Yeah, honestly, we all felt it. I feel like every real estate agent felt it. The team felt it. We had a meeting after the first quarter being like, our numbers are down. Like our numbers are down. Like we're still good, but our numbers are lower than they were last year and 2 years ago, which is crazy. And we've never experienced like a drop. We always, if anything, like a 1% growth, like give us 1%, but it was down. And like, that was shocking. I was pretty shocked by it. No one was expecting it. Like we did so much hiring and training to be ready for spring market, and it didn't happen. But it's happening now. It's happening now. So now things are just like totally vamped up, and we're so busy. Like we are so busy.
Yeah,
and I put up a job posting today.
Oh yeah. I feel like, I feel like it was a similar thing. It was like, okay, well, I don't know. And then, then it just has gotten busy, but it still, it still feels on the edges. It just doesn't feel as quite as robust. And what I hear, of course, here is also everyone's like, oh, houses are just sitting, people just aren't buying in the same way. So, we'll see what that means over the next 6 months, but, like I always say, I just need the houses to list. I don't need them to sell.
That part's not for us. It's not our job.
I mean, eventually a few of them need to sell, so the realtors have money to pay us. But it's like, we just care about the listings.
Yeah, I think too with us, like when we had our election, like it was dead. It was like,
oh right, because your election was just a bit. It was just recently. It was just a couple months ago. Yeah.
So it was, people were just so scared about what was happening. The nerves are still there, like especially with interest rates, like you just don't know what's going to happen. But like the tariffs and all that kind of stuff, it's just like people are just sitting. They're just sitting, right? They're just waiting.
But then people are putting stuff on the market. So anecdotally, are things like selling there, or are they not?
They're starting to. I'm starting to see agents once again start posting their like sold post and all that kind of stuff and showing that off. Or like sold in 2 days. It's like, oh wow, that's rare. But for the most part, things are finally moving. Yeah.
All right. Well, and I finally want to move. I want to move on to a break, and then we'll do some ads. They're going to be funny ads, so stick around for those. But we'll do a social media sidebar. Then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about PMRE. We got to talk about PMRE because Alex is she's going to be on stage. She's going to do a workshop. I mean, we have so much to talk about, and then we got a north of the border action item coming straight at us at the end of this thing. So stick around. Alex, I feel like we actually have a lot of things in common, like strong eyebrows, like a sunny demeanor, a beautiful smile, and a deep, devoted love of Aereo.
Love Aereo.
Oh my God. We have been using Aereo for so long. And one of the thing that I love the most about Aereo is our clients love Aereo. And I'm sure that's been your experience as well, because you are also another Aereo user.
Yep.
Well, and it keeps things like so simple, and you could be more enthusiastic when you say the yeps, because this is an ad, Alex.
Yes.
Okay. But the reason our clients love it, of course, is everything is in one place. They can order, they can download their stuff, they can pay for everything, they can schedule, they can, all the things that they need are right there. There's marketing materials built in. So it's the one-stop shop for your client. It gives a login to your backend, to your system, and it's branded as you. So people think of it as just the Northern Spruce Media or the Upmarket Media platform, but it's not. It's Aereo.
It's amazing.
Well, there you go. So if you want to get in on the action that Alex loves, that I love, that Chelsea loves, that Mark loves, that, so many people love, go to Aereo.com. And if you use the code Upmarket and you're a new user, you're going to get 15 free bonus listings. That's Aereo.com. Alex, I know in America we're famous for our love of certain things, and notably our love for floor plans. And I know, I want to know, north of the border, are you like as floor plan crazy as we are down here?
Absolutely, floor plans every day.
Every day, like fucking all day. I mean,
all day, every day.
All day, every day. Weekends as well. I mean, who doesn't love a floor plan? And the thing is, in Canada, you have the all dressed floor plans, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
all
then,
dressed.
Yeah. And then, are you having on your floor plans, is it meters or is it feet or inches or whatever, square feet, or is it square meters?
Square feet.
Oh, okay. I thought Canada was the metric system.
You know what? I have no idea. I just say square feet. I don't really look at the floor plans. I just know that I love them. It'll be like 1,200 square feet.
Oh, all right. Perfect.
Yeah, 5,000 square feet.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Well, I think a 5,000 square meter house would be quite a large house. So I think you must be operating in feet. So and one of the best ways that I know to make a floor plan in square feet is Second Floor app. And I don't know, they might have meters. I don't know. We don't use metric system here, so I don't know. So Second Floor app, I mean, you can walk around with your phone and in 5 minutes make a floor plan in that house. And then it's going to be accurate and it's going to be instant. So it's instantly deliverable to your clients and you can upcharge them for that. Second Floor app, you know it, you love it, we know it, we love it. Secondfloorapp.com/upmarket. That's all spelled out, Second Floor app. You're going to get a free month of service if you go there. Go check out Second Floor app, and their delivery times are unparalleled. They are instant. All right, social media sidebar time. We are Upmarket Pod across all social media. You know that. We're upmarket.media as well. If you want to see our legacy media, you can see all those videos that Nikki's been doing that we were talking about in the first half of the show. I have a new personal Instagram, reedfish, LYSM, if you want to check that out. And you can check out posting. I know I'm posting a lot there, or I will be as of tomorrow, after when this episode comes out, posting a lot about my new other non-Upmarket podcast, I Love You So Much, which I hope you check out. Alex, where can we find you on social media?
So my personal is Alex__Coombs.
You gotta have those
COOMBS.
You gotta have those two underscores. You can't have one.
I had to because someone took the one.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's someone else out there like me, but not like me. So don't be fooled.
Way worse.
Double underscore.
Yeah, double underscore.
Way worse. Yeah. Way worse. Probably not as inspiring as cool as me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So that's Alex__Coombs. And then my real estate Instagram is Northern Spruce Media.
All right.
And that's where you can find all our cool vids and get inspo.
Yeah. So what has anything in the last 6 months, any trends kind of surfaced in social media that you've noticed that you're trying to follow in your company?
I would honestly say we're trying to follow no trends and create our own.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would say, if you go online and you're scrolling through real estate videos, every single one is almost the same. And we're kind of like, we'll share it amongst each other. Like me and all the video team will share it, cool videos, and we'll take like little tidbits of things. But by no means do we want to actually like follow a trend, because the moment is up, it's already washed out. Thousands of people have already done it. So I'm like, okay, let's not do that. Let's create our own kind of vibe. And like, we stick to our roots. If an agent does want something, we'll be like, okay, cool. That's really nice, but we'll try it this way. Yeah.
Well, how are you? I mean, the problem with having to set trends and to do stuff is that really forces you and your team to be creative. And when you're working at such a volume that I imagine you're working at, is like, how can you sustain creativity over that much content? I mean, it's like, it's hard, man.
It is hard. And, I think like the one thing that the group that we have, and maybe this is just like a tidbit for what do you call it, the giveaway or whatever, create a group with your team and just, share inspo. And it doesn't have to be real estate. Like, look at Nike ads, look at, anything that has to do with something different, you know, that inspires you. Like, I love SpongeBob. So like, I do things that like are cool, colorful, like bright, vibrant, like funny. But yeah, look at other things. Like even dealerships are doing really cool things right now. So I'm like, let's take a look at like the way those are shot. Can we implement those kinds of trends into real estate? So that's something that we're doing. We're also trying to incorporate like more people, more, I guess, lifestyle-y, but not lifestyle-y at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then, but how many people are on your video team?
I would say probably there's 8.
Okay. And so like, and you, how many like property videos are you producing in a week, would you say on average?
Probably around 50.
50. Okay. And then each one is, and so are you doing some of them that are just standard, hey, drone, you know, speed ramping and then drone out? Or are they all like, are you doing 50 like bespoke videos a week? No, there's the certain clients where it's just like, it's almost like a templated kind of situation, like subscription-based clients. But for the ones that are like special, you want to add that little to it, then then we go full creative. But like, so say, I don't know, I'm just going to say names, but so say Travis is going to shoot this really, really nice luxe house and the agent wants to do something special. He'll shoot it and then he'll write notes. Okay. To Felipe, hey Felipe, we shot this really nice house. We did X, Y, and Z here. The client wants this. Do something really cool with this part. And then that's a note to the editor. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Well, so you're not really doing like a ton of like scripted videos then, because I think of you as doing the Feature Friday videos, which are clearly you know, but then in the day-to-day real estate stuff, you're not doing a ton. It's more of just like, oh, focus on this staircase because it's like amazing. That's more
so like, I mean, I think this week we probably did maybe 4 or 5 scripted videos, and those ones take a lot more time.
Absolutely.
So those ones are really special ones, and I mean the client obviously pays more for that.
I was going to say there's a big price difference, I would imagine. Yeah,
it definitely is. But yeah, for the most part, if there's anything that's extremely special, we'll focus on that. I will say this though, I don't know if you've noticed this on your side of things, but we've directed agents, if they're on camera, not to say welcome to. We get them to say like, the granite in this house is amazing. Bang, granite, and then show the house. You know, showcase the first thing, and don't say. We already know the address is going to be in the description. We don't need to say, "Hey, welcome to 123 Main Street here in Hamilton, Ontario." Yeah, exactly. Like people are already gone. They're gone.
And my name is Jan Smith. Call me if you want to see this house or for any of your other real estate needs. For
sure. Exactly.
All right. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that in your social media. All right. Social media sidebar officially over. We're going to come back. We're going to take a quick break again. We're going to come back and we are going to talk PMRE. Alex, I know, speaking of Canada and being popular in Canada, especially, iGUIDE. I mean, we know iGUIDE, Canadian company, a ton of users in the United States too. And I think we're trying to get more users in the United States because iGUIDE is such a wonderful product, a wonderful team, a wonderful company. We love iGUIDE. Alex, can you talk just for a sec about your experience with iGUIDE?
I love iGUIDE so much. All my clients love iGUIDE so much. The floor plans are extremely accurate. Everything's ready within 24 hours. The customer service is by far the best I've ever experienced in my life.
Whoa.
And every employee there is so fun, so nice, and so willing to help you. Like
even
Skylar? Everyone loves iGUIDE.
Even Skylar?
Skylar.
Oh, even Skylar. Okay. Good on Skylar. Well, that is an endorsement. I feel like that is very genuine. And I know my experience with iGUIDE has been the same. They're such a joy to work with, and I've heard that over and over again. And I know when Skylar comes on and say, "Hey, we have great customer service," you're like, "Well, you say that you're from iGUIDE, but you're not being paid by iGUIDE. I'm getting paid, nope. So don't believe what I say." But yeah, exactly. Take it from Alex. Their customer service is unparalleled. They have their new Planix Pro system. They have iGUIDE Instant. They have so many different offerings that they're doing, and I would ask you to go check it out. Go to iGUIDE.com. Check out all that they have to offer. They got a lot of different, and it's a paper project. That was the thing I was going to say. They have a lot of different plans, but they don't have plans because it's pay for by project. So you're not out this big monthly fee like you are on some other 3D platforms. So I would heartily endorse checking out iGUIDE.com. When we're talking about AI, we want to talk about ethics, right? I know of an ethical AI photo editing company. It's Fotello, Fotello.co. You can see their website. Fotello is ethically sourced AI editing. They have consistent, high-quality edits every single time. And even if the quality is not where you want it to be, they have human revisions available within 6 hours on request. And they have affordable pricing as low as $12 a listing. We've been toying around with Fotello a little bit, and it is kind of truly amazing, the edits that are being spit out of there. They're very quick, very fast, very high quality. And every single day, they're making their platform better. You can fine tune the edits you're getting. You can have a more natural look, a more HDR look, all the different ways that you can make those photos match your current style. It's not just an AI style, it's an AI your style. So I would encourage you to check it out. It's Fotello.co. And if you use the code UPMARKET25 at checkout, you're going to receive 25 free listings, which is, you could have even up to 1,500 photos, could be a $500 value. So check out Fotello, where they charge you by the listing, not by the photo. Whether it has 30 photos or 100 photos, you're going to get charged the same, but you're going to get 25 of those free if you use the code UPMARKET25 at Fotello.co, Fotello. Look, Alex, I would have you on anytime on this podcast, but we are here on a Road to PMRE episode, and because PMRE Conference 2025 is coming up in November 18th through the 20th at the Palms Resort Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Go to PMREconference.com to register. So you're doing two things. You're speaking on stage and you're doing a workshop. So I want to hear, and how cool is that you just went from attending PMRE last year for the first time ever to then doing both a workshop and a speaking role. I mean, I had to look at my arm. It's kind of incredible. You're giving me goosebumps again. Yeah. Oh. It's truly incredible, and I think it's just because you're such a force of nature that it's like I don't see how Brandon could have not offered you those two things. He would have been crazy. Honestly, once again, Reed, it's because of you. I went there and I knew nobody. I wasn't fishing for compliments. Soul. Yeah, I know you're not, but I have to give it because it's deserved. I went there knowing nobody, by myself, like a little wiener, being like, oh, I'm kind of scared. I don't know how to talk to anybody. I'm awkward as hell sometimes. And then you're like, let's be on my podcast. And I was like, done deal. And then I just made friends. Yeah. And then it just from there, you introduced me to Brandon, and then I met Brandon, and Brandon's from Alberta. That's super cool. And now I'm talking at it, which is insane. Yeah. Well, so what are you going to talk about? Oh my gosh. To give you the Coles notes, I'm going to be talking about my basically growing up to where I am today. Okay. So it's going to be very, very, how to learn from your childhood and what you see and what you
basically been put through, and then how you can implement that into your business. And it's 50% creativity, 50% business growth. And then just like, yeah, it's really, really cool.
Well, in the background, which we haven't touched on in this show, and we did more in the last episode you did, but that you were, I think you were teaching like art at a college, and then you kind of started this real estate photography business or video business on the side. And then within just like 5 years or whatever, some insane short amount of time, have grown it to have like 16 employees and just like being this powerhouse. And so you're going to tell us the secret on how to do that, right?
Yes. I talk about my full plate framework is the big
full
thing.
Plate framework.
Yes. And if you listen to our first podcast, I talk about full plates, and I always talked about it, and I didn't really realize that's what I built my business around. And I was like, fuck, I wish I knew I needed this when I first started.
Right.
But I kind of developed it. And then with developing it, it's literally how I grew my business. So I think it's essential for somebody who is solo and wants to grow. And when I went there to PMRE last year, I met so many people that were like, wow, cool. Like, you're doing all these things. How are you doing it? And I was just like, it's the full plate framework. I don't know how to explain it, except if your plate's full, put another plate on and create another one. Yeah.
Right. Okay. But you have to have someone to then eat the full plate that you have. I mean, like, well, that's
Correct.
The thing is like, you can't just keep adding plates, or I mean, you can, but you have to figure out a way to add the plates.
Correct. Yeah. So I talk really intensely about that, and I've created like an acronym for it. So F means something, U, L, and L.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
I got excited. I heard F and U. I was getting really ready for.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's all right. All right. Well, okay. So then is your workshop going to be like a primer on that, or what's your workshop on? Is it kind of covering a little bit of the same ground, just more in depth, or is it something different?
So the framework.
And let me just say, before you pitch this, this thing is almost sold out already. As of recording this, there's only 4 spots left in this workshop. Yeah. So I would get your ass in there and buy that workshop if you at all want to do it, because it is, and it's going to be on the Monday before PMRE starts. So get in there, get in that workshop. I might just like, crash it.
Say hi.
So I'll say, I'll put in an appearance. Yeah. But what is that workshop going to be?
So the workshop it's mainly, I'm bringing 2 other people from my team down, my social media specialist, and then my content creator. So what I want to basically state is, a lot of people just do business through word of mouth.
Right.
And at one point, we don't know when, Bob is going to call his friend and be like, hey, have you heard of Alex at Northern Spruce Media? She does really great work. It's unpredictable. Like, you cannot run your business on word of mouth. You can to a certain point, but that goes dry. And that's something that I experienced in my business, was like, I blew up like wildfire. And then it's like, okay, everybody knows about me now. How am I going to get new clients? And with that, we created a very, very cool like content calendar with content creators, and like being able to really push content. And through content and social media, that's how we grew our business even bigger. That's how I went from like, I don't even know when we first talked, but I think I had like maybe 14 or 16 employees. Now I have 20, and I have a job posting out.
Wait, you've added 4 employees since PMRE?
Yeah. Yes. So it's just like, and it, but it's like, this is the thing. It's
we
like,
have 4 employees.
Risk.
We have 4 employees. No, we have 5 now, actually.
Yeah. Well, bang.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah. I mean,
but that's what I'm talking about.
That's crazy. And so, and that's spread across your 2 companies now.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. But still,
NSM's the big one for sure. Like, the creative side is small. I think there's 4 or 5 people on that side, and then I'm kind of in the middle. But lots of shifting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of shifting. So you are it's kind of hands-on workshop. So in basically your workshop is going to be more kind of theory and stuff rather than hands-on, like here's how to shoot stuff.
Yeah. So it'll be very heavy theory, but since the content creator is going to be there, she's going to be showing a lot of cool tricks and tips for how to actually create that content for your social. The point of it is to grow your social media and gain clients through social, not through word of mouth.
Got it. Yeah.
And if it is word of mouth, it better be through the social by sharing and saving and commenting, stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
Friday features a huge thing.
Yeah. Your word of mouth through social is huge. Yeah. So I don't want to have you, and obviously you're doing like a 6-hour, 8-hour workshop. So obviously we can't get into everything that you're going to do, but is there like one takeaway? Like is there one key to growing your social media? Is it consistency? Is it authenticity? Is it, I mean, what we always talk about is authenticity. But, how authentic do we really need to be?
To be honest, like that's a tough line. It's like you want to be consistent, and like that's something right now, like we're so busy that we're focusing on so many other clients' work that ours is being put on the back end, and that brings up the full plate thing. It's like, okay, your plate's full, so if we're not doing this, we're not creating that word of mouth through social. So we got to add in a little bit of an extra plate part time and start scraping some shit off so we make time for us.
Absolutely.
Because without us, there's nothing.
Well, and that's the thing is what Jeff Alcasian, our business advisor, always tells us is like, he's always like, marketing. So what'd you do for marketing this week? What'd you do for marketing this week? And one of his biggest things that he says is you cannot wait until slow season to start marketing, because you're in slow season. You're like, oh, I need more clients. Well, it's not too late, but it's too late to get clients for slow season. So you need to be marketing still when you are busy, balls to the wall. You cannot have one more thing on your full plate. You still need to be marketing. You still need to be doing social media. All that is what makes you busier in the slow season. You cannot take a break.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And the moment I notice that our stuff is sliding or shifting to the back end, I'm like, let's time block some stuff and let's get some people on camera right now and let's start pushing some content out.
Are you you might be a hard ass boss, right? You're like, are you a bit of a hard ass?
I honestly, I feel like I'm too nice. To the point where it's like my employees are so spoiled. They're so spoiled that like if the most smallest thing goes wrong, then it's like, Alex, like this isn't fair. I'm like, if you got a job somewhere else, like you would be fucked. Like you would be fucked. Like you have no idea how savage these people are out there. Like I'm kind. I'm giving you so much. Like what the fuck? Like I don't know. Hard ass, but very kind.
You're the kindest hard ass I've ever met. This is great.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you ever had to fire anybody?
Not really. No. I've had someone walk out on a storm, but it's just like they were on their own shit, and I was like, all right. Yeah.
We fired someone once.
Yeah.
And then there was one that was like, it's maybe it's mutually agreeable that we part ways.
Yeah. When it comes to that, that's the best thing that could happen,
right.
You know? Oh, yeah. I haven't sat down and been like, you're fired. Like I've never had to do that. Yeah.
Well, how do you, with such a big team, how do you, and you say you're too nice, you're so nice, but like how, what are your strategies for managing that team? And now you've delegated, right? You have your general manager. And I imagine they're doing more of the day-to-day managing of the individual employees, but did you have a philosophy with that?
So the one thing that I constantly do is we always have team meetings. And I think this is really important. Even if you have like 4 employees, whether you 4 to 20, 50, like have team meetings so you know what's going on. And then here's the thing. I always say this, every single person in that room is there for a reason. Their voice matters as much as the guy that's been there for 10 years, the person that's been there for 2 months. Like your voice matters. So like, I want to hear what you have to say. So for example, we had a team meeting on Monday. And at the end of it, I said, hey, anybody that wants to schedule a meeting with me one-on-one, express concerns, like things that you like, whatever it is, like schedule it. And here's my Calendly, and people just started scheduling it because they want to talk to me, they want to make me aware. So the moment I'm aware, I can, and if I hear things from the same, the same issue, and I'm like, okay, so there's a crack. So how do I fill that crack? But yeah, that's all it is. It's just like being open.
Yeah. Well, I think I think just as humans, we want to be heard. We want to be understood. Yeah. And so, that's why what we've done is, we try to have twice a year, we have lunch with each employee and just say, hey, how's it going? Right. And I think that really, that really helps, because then they do kind of come up with, well, this isn't working so well for me.
Yeah.
About one certain thing. And then we can say, oh, okay, well, great. Let's figure out how to make that work better.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you have a weekly team meeting?
So here's the thing. Right now, we're all working remote because we're renovating a new office space and putting in a studio and stuff. Yeah. So we're doing it every 2 weeks right now.
So, but when you had a space, you were doing it every week?
Yep.
And so what I find, we do not generally have team meetings. We toyed with that for a little while. And we did it, and it felt like there were two issues with it. We didn't always have anything to really talk about that felt pressing. And then you realize how much I pay per each person per hour. And so then if you have like a half-hour meeting, you're like, that meeting just cost us, hundreds of dollars. Like, was there enough value in that to justify the expense? And we pretty quickly were like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. So for me, for the most part, almost all my employees are salaried. So
I would have a weekly meeting regardless. If it was salary, we would have a weekly meeting for sure.
And at that point, like, it is what it is. You gotta come. But here's the thing is, like, when you're at a scale like me, and whether it's one issue with a client or whether it's 5 from last week, you want to go over those. And like, why did that happen? Like, how do we avoid that? What was our client care? Like, what did we do to fix it?
Right.
I mean, because they're still here. If we did a terrible job trying to fix it, then they'd be gone.
Right.
But yeah, and we also like recap everybody with like the numbers and the stats and be like, this is what we did last week. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, no, I could see that, where if you are having that weekly meeting, you can start breaking up these more granular things that you might not ever talk about. I mean, occasionally, I'll send Marco a Slack message because, oh, hey, this happened, whatever. But like having something where there's teachable moment. Oh, this happened to Nikki out in the field last week, and this is what she did. She probably should have done this. And that's a teachable moment for somebody, right? Not that, Nikki, I know you're listening. You didn't do anything bad. Don't worry. I would love that. It's just, I feel like what we've kind of ascertained is that, putting employees on salary is like you just in the States or in California, there needs to be certain benchmarks, and we just don't meet them. And so we have to have these hourly employees. And then it does, every time you have a meeting, you're like, okay, well, this really has to be worth it. And maybe it is still worth it, and we're undervaluing what those meetings can do. But then you always hear about people bitch about just the general meetings that you're like, couldn't this have been an email? Right. I mean, that's the meme, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think like for us, we've just created such a good work culture that everybody, even though it's an 8 a.m. or 8:30 meeting, people want to come.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Because they like being in the room with people. We make it fun though. We do.
Yeah, I know.
We do.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I would come to Alex's 8 a.m. meeting. I admit, I would do that. Oh my God,
you would love it.
Maybe I'll come out to Hamilton, Ontario, and come to your damn meeting. That would be. If
you came here, I'd roll out a red carpet, man. Like.
Oh, hey, okay. I'm tempted. I'm officially tempted.
Sold.
I've never been to Canada.
What?
I know.
That's wild.
I know.
If you were to come to Canada, though, where would you want to go? Actually.
I don't know anything about Canada. No, I mean, Vancouver. I mean, Toronto seems like a super cool city. I know like Banff or whatever. I mean, Brandon Cooper has said, oh, you got to come to Banff. We have, they go there, and he's like, yeah, we should meet up. And it's pretty tempting. I mean, Edmonton seems great. I mean, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of really interesting, beautiful places. Like Nova Scotia seems really cool. I mean, yeah. I have friends who grew up in Nova Scotia, and it's like, it just seems amazing there. So
it's
I've never
nice. Every province is different.
Yeah, it's Canada is too close. Like I've been to Sri Lanka, but not Canada. That's just I don't know why. It's just like, and I've barely traveled to Mexico. I've been to like Tijuana twice for an afternoon. So it's like, but I've been to like 42 countries or something like that. So it's like it's crazy. Yeah. So
I get it though.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I am tempted to come to Canada. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'll look at flights. I'm a free and easy guy now. So
I like it.
Yeah. Well, I think going to Canada though would certainly take action. So I think that means it's time for action items. Our action items today are sponsored by Pixel CRM, the only CRM that is made by a real estate photographer for real estate photographers and media professionals. It's an amazing tool, fully fleshed out. You can do so many things with Pixel CRM. I urge you to check it out. It's Pixel CRM. That's PIXL CRM.com. And if you add right after that.com, if you add a little /Upmarket, you're going to be able to get a free month of service to check it out. So check out pixelcrm.com /Upmarket. And Alex, I'm going to go first because I know yours is better than mine. Mine's actually good, but it is still busy season for most of us. But I want to challenge everyone listening to do one piece of marketing, even though it is still busy season. And that's not, and I want you to do something that's specific. That's not just reposting the shoot you did and the realtor posted it on Instagram and you're going to repost it. I want you to make either some Instagram post that you do or make I would say actually make a video, do something, send out your newsletter, do something that is still marketing, even though it's busy season and you feel like I don't have the bandwidth. I could not be any busier, but that's going to help you come the fall, come the winter when things start to slow down. So do one piece of marketing now in your busy season.
I love it. That's so key. Mine's going to play into that a little bit.
Oh, perfect.
A tad. So one thing that I would like to say is whether you have a team of 2 people or 20 people, 50 people, create an incentive for your team.
Okay.
Like what can you do to get your team involved in your social media? So one thing that we did, and this is actually did so much better than what I thought it was going to do. Mm-hmm. We created an incentive where it's like, send us, and it's totally anonymous, your best kitchen shot. Okay. So they'll go through it'll be for a month. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it goes on for a month. And at the end of the month, everybody will share their best kitchen shot. We'll post it on social media and we'll get our agents or our followers involved to vote. Whoa. And we'll post it as a story. We'll post it as a post. The one we did last was favorite pet photo. Like even our admin got involved, and it was just like a cell phone photo of their cat, just like a random thing. And agents were like, "Can I submit my photo?" And all it is for is a $10 gift card.
$10
to like $10 gift card to Tim Hortons, but everybody loves it and they just participate, and it's so cool. Yeah.
Alex, you could do like $100 gift card. Come on, $10.
Oh my God, I have more incentives, Reed. This is just a small one.
Okay. Because I was like, that's a weak incentive, and we don't even have a Tim Hortons here, so I can't.
Did I say Tim Hortons? I was trying to not say it.
You said Tim Hortons.
Fuck. God, so Canadian.
Yeah, I don't even know what Tim Hortons is. I just know it's Canadian.
So you don't want to know.
What can $10 get you at Tim Hortons?
It can get you a coffee. It can get you a donut. It could probably get you a sandwich.
Oh, all right. Well, all right.
Yeah, bagel.
A bagel.
A bagel. They have flatbread pizzas now, which are okay. Yeah. All under $10, buddy.
All right. That's great. All right. All right.
Great incentive.
Yeah, that's a great. I think I like that. Like Chelsea, let's do that. It's great incentive. Although we're high rollers here at Upmarket. We'll offer a $15 gift card to.
Wow, show me up like that, hey?
Yeah. All right. Well, Alex, thank you so much once again for being on the show. And I know I'm going to tease it. I'm not going to say what it is, but you're actually going to make another appearance on this show very soon. And in fact, Alex is going to be a recurring guest on the Upmarket Pod for the foreseeable future. So stay tuned to this feed. And I think hopefully it's next week is going to be the first appearance of this. We are very excited about this new series that we're doing at Upmarket. We're so pleased that Alex is going to be a part of it. And we have a couple other really great, wonderful people who are going to be a part of it. So stay tuned for that. Alex, thank you so much for spending the time with us and our audience. It's so appreciated. And I know our audience appreciates it. And I know you and I both, and you felt the love from your appearance. We felt the love, but it goes right back to our audience. Thank you so much for listening. This is the reason this podcast exists. We're so appreciative of you spending the time with us. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Reed, you sweet soul.
Oh, come on. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Upmarket is a production of Upmarket Studios. This episode was produced by Chelsea Froelich and edited by Bethany Diedrich. Thank you so much for listening, and we really hope you listen to the next one too. In the meantime, our wish for you is to not have to shoot any Friday night Twilight shoots. Thank you for everything.